All right, so we're going to talk about some controller drift today, but it's with the actual PS5 DualSense, the thing that's brand new. But the thing that I find funny about this, before we get into the story, aren't the people who developed like the haptic feedback the same people who developed the haptic feedback in the Joy-Cons?
Is that true?
And do you think that maybe it's related?
Well, it's not haptic feedback, it's the
sure.
analog stick.
I know it's the analog stick, but do you think maybe that the HD Rumble is causing all these problems? Anyways, let's get into the story. We all know Sony loves to copy Nintendo, and they're at it again. The DualSense 5 is having drift issues in their joysticks. Okay, so we all have PS5s. Have we experienced this? Anybody on the team? I have not.
I haven't.
I haven't either. It's only
But
been...
question.
Yeah.
Has anyone played enough to feel like they've actually... Did they just play PS5 for like the first month that it was out and then switch back to your
What
your
are you
Switches?
playing Final Fantasy on?
PS5.
Oh. So you've been
So,
playing
no
it
drift.
a lot.
Yeah, I played a ton. I play my PS5 all the time. And I don't have any drift.
Yeah, I played a lot too. And
It's probably my main, besides my PC, it's my main thing right now.
I have not. I probably play it the least. I mean, I played it, a lot when it first came out, and now I'm just waiting for games. Waiting for more games. I'm waiting for
There
new
were games.
PlayStation 5 exclusive games.
Have you beaten Valhalla from start to finish on PS5?
No, because I don't own it on PS5.
Do you have it on Xbox?
I have it on Xbox, but I have not beaten it.
It's mixed reviews, right? People like it, people don't like it.
Yeah, I actually like Immortals: Phoenix Rising a little bit more. I do need to get back into that game. That's a pretty fun game.
Fair enough. So yeah, we don't have drift. Camilo and I play a lot of PlayStation 5, and we don't have drift. I hope I don't get it, but I do actually. Unlike, I didn't used to have two sets of Joy-Cons. But now, since Joy-Con drift was a thing, I had to send mine in, and I bought a second pair, which haven't had drift on them yet. But I already have two PS5 controllers, so if one of them drifts, I do have a backup.
Which is still bad. Like, that still sucks. Like, you don't want to have... These PS5 controllers are not cheap. They're, $70?
But aren't they cheaper than Joy-Cons?
I think they're 70 and
Joy-Cons
Joy-Cons are 80. Yeah.
But you could buy one Joy-Con, though. Like, you can't buy half of a PlayStation 5 controller.
I'm sure I'll sell you half a half a PS5 controller.
So you're paying if you can't fix this, or if Sony is not willing to fix this for you, you're gonna have to spend another $70.
Yeah. So what's the response? Do we have a response from Sony?
I don't think I haven't seen anything.
This is pretty fresh news.
Yeah, I saw an article on IGN on how to fix it. And it was make sure your controller's up to date. It was very general, turn it on and turn it off stuff.
Go to the what is that called when you go and you do you press your sticks and to see where it's
calibration.
Oh, the calibration, yeah.
Yeah, the calibration. Did you calibrate it?
Yeah.
Did you turn it off and on again? It's thanks IGN. Hot tips.
They're just using the tips that they had for the Joy-Con drift, Yeah, it's
but Joy-Con drift was real, man. Link be
true.
jumping off cliffs in my game.
So I've been playing 3D World that just came out, and I'm pretty sure my controller has drift because it doesn't feel right.
Your Pro controller?
No. I've been playing handheld.
Oh, okay.
So Joy-Con.
Joy-Con drift. Now, there's never been Pro controller drift, has there?
Not
that any of us are aware of?
Not that I know of.
I don't know. I haven't heard that.
My Pro controller has always been awesome.
Yeah, I have a launch
Maybe
Pro
one of my
controller,
favorites.
and it's still fine. It's been almost 4 years.
Dang, man. So yeah, I mean, I guess we're not experiencing it. If you guys are experiencing it, definitely let us know. We're super curious to see like who in the community is experiencing it, because it's, I mean, so the PS5 came out 3 months ago. Should we be concerned that this is a long-time issue, or this is going to be a long-term issue?
So have you had? I know when we first got our PS5s. Well, me and Phil, I know for sure, we were having some issues with the PS5 itself, like it crashing and wait, what?
You're like,
no,
well,
it wasn't Shane. It wasn't Shane.
Phil and I got our PlayStations on day one, so maybe we're more.
I just don't remember Cam talking about any issues that he's had with his PS5.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah,
I've had one crash once, but that was it.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, mine freezes. I get the error screen.
Still?
Not with Final Fantasy. No, I haven't had it once on Final Fantasy. But that's all I've been playing. I stopped playing Cyberpunk, and then I put it again.
I mean, that could have been Cyberpunk too.
Still doesn't work on my PC. Every week we get to talk about it. Still doesn't work on my PC.
But like, I mean, I know I was having issues at launch with the PS5 just crashing and like.
Yeah, just crashing with Demon's Souls quite a bit.
Yeah,
but that was the game I was playing the most.
Yeah, and then like it closed. I know when I was playing Spider-Man, it closed like randomly. And then like other stuff was weird, like Planet Coaster. I was playing that for a bit, and that would just like shut off my PS5 completely.
Well, in that case, the system's doing you a favor, right?
It's a fun game. It's very relaxing. Okay.
That's all right. I'm just teasing.
But my point is,
yes, sir.
I guess I haven't had those issues recently. I mean, I haven't played it that much, but hopefully that these get fixed. I mean, the PS5 could have been software issues, but the controller drift that's a hardware issue. So
when you were playing Fortnite and Warzone consistently, what were you playing that on?
My Xbox One X. Because I don't have my PS5 or my Xbox Series X hooked up to streaming. They're more.
I used to have my. We've talked about this in the past. I used to have my PS5 in my living room on my awesome TV, but now I'm playing like a bunch of like PS4 games on stream, so I wanted it back.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm doing. I just have I have my PlayStation and my PlayStation 4 Pro and my Xbox One hooked up for streaming if I want to do that, and then I just have the PS5 and the Xbox Series X for personal use.
For enjoyment?
For enjoyment, yeah.
You better hook those up to your stream, though, so you can write them off.
I have my PS5 just hooked up to my stream.
You should hold it up. Go get it right now and hold it up in front of the camera for the podcast. And be like, yes, I need this. I need this for this episode of the podcast so that I can be educated about the PS5. Okay, thank you, IRS. And then you can put it back into your...
Are we talking about taxes now? You guys do your taxes yet? I mean, it's still pretty early.
Yeah, I got my thing from my guy. I don't know. I don't think we need to talk.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I'll talk to you at length about how I feel about my taxes and my current tax accountant, but not live on my podcast, on our podcast.
PS5.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope I have two controllers, so I'm lazy, and if they have you could send it in to get it fixed like Nintendo did, I still won't do it.
I'll definitely do it.
But I don't know. I haven't experienced it, I guess.
I did it with Nintendo. Did you guys do it with Nintendo?
No.
No, I never sent mine in.
Oh, I sent mine in. They came back and they work perfectly now.
Nintendo also had oh, go ahead.
I don't even those were my original gray ones, and I don't really even use them anymore. I use I have the green and yellow now, so I didn't really care a lot.
Green and yellow, like the ones I have.
Oh,
they're like a neon-y green.
Yeah, they're neon green, neon yellow.
Here, I'll hold up my. There we go. Then when John edits this and uploads it on Monday, you can see which ones I have.
They're the ones that came with the Super Mario Party bundle.
I'm not sure what those are. I bought these separate.
Yeah, I got the neon, like red and blue ones.
This is great for everyone who's listening to the audio podcast, by the way. Hey, look at this, audio podcast listener.
Have you ever seen like the graphic of like how many different Joy-Con combinations you could have?
Dude, if you're Japanese, it's infinite.
It's pretty insane.
They don't send a ton of them over here.
And apparently,
I even think Europe has more, don't they?
Oh, I don't know.
I think we get the least.
But apparently, the ones that come with the Mario bundle, like the new Mario Switch, are a different color. Like they're a different red than the other Mario ones.
I saw an Instagram post that showed the 3 reds and how that they're just slightly different. And I'm like, why would you even make them slightly different? Who cares?
They're even like, like when you look in like the Switch UI and it shows you like the color of the Joy-Cons.
Mm-hmm.
It's even programmed. Like
it's programmed to be slightly
really
different.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Nintendo,
all right. Well, let's swing back over to Sony Town.
Yeah.
I guess I'm prepared for the inevitability of this potentially. Like if they do drift, I've got a backup, which I didn't have when it happened on Nintendo. So like I'm set, I guess. I just think there's just like so many issues with like their launch with like how scalpers were going like basically buying everything up. There was scarcity.
I mean, there
was
still
a
is
really
scarcity.
bad. Yeah, I mean, there's still a scarcity, and there's still the what is it, the OS or whatever just like doesn't like, it crashes from time to time. It's like still not super stable. So it's like we're still like not out of the woods with this launch. It was like a pretty rocky launch, and this is just kind of like one more thing that's like, oh yeah, by the way, and the controller is going to stop working for you. It's like
pretty soon too, because it's only been out for 3 months.
It's like, I gave you $500 plus tax. Like, can I have something that functions? But I also understand, like, I also want to like give them the benefit of the doubt. It's like, yeah, I gave you $500 plus tax to give me a machine that is like a PC that costs $2,500. So I'm just like, why doesn't this thing work that like, you cheaped out on every single part?
I want to know if this is a widespread issue or if this was just one dude that was like, hey, my controller drifted a little tiny bit. And then like everybody's writing articles about it.
I wouldn't put it past people, because the more time that passes that we've all been on social media, the less people fact check before they just like, oh, check this out. But I would think, and maybe I'm wrong, that IGN would have maybe done some type of research. But,
hey, they're in the market of clicks,
They are. But whatever. All right, I guess we'll report back. I don't have much else to say about this. We'll report back if our stuff starts drifting.
Yeah.
Like, that's my final thought, is we'll get back to you. But, yeah, I think it would have been great if a lot of these kinks got worked out before, they got shipped out and then subsequently bought up by all the scalpers. Just, little R&D. Choosing the dollar over the consumer. Classic big business
corporation move.
Yeah, I know.
Capitalism. Gross.
Whatever. Capitalism allows me to have all the things that I like. Anyways, before that devolves into a conversation I don't think any of us want to have. Final thoughts on PS5. What do you think? Over under on your controller drifting. Do you think it's going to happen?
I think eventually it will happen.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I am suspicious that this is like an isolated issue with like a person.
But it's weird. It's weird because like everybody, relates it to Nintendo's Joy-Con. But I've had controllers in the past from like Xbox and stuff, and the sticks just go. Like they just don't really work that well anymore.
I've had D-pads get like sticky over time.
Yeah.
But like then you just like clean them, and then you're fine. I feel like that's like an easier fix.
Didn't you have like a weird PS3 controller, Phil? Was it like the sticks for
something? Yeah, my sticks were sticky, but it was pre-owned. Like I got it at a Goodwill, and I was like, oh, I can like fix this. And I opened up the PS3 controller, and the first like iteration of the PS3 controller is just on a piece of plastic. Like all the buttons are just on a piece of plastic, and when you open it, it just explodes. And unless you know what you're doing, it's very hard to put back together. So I have a mostly put back together PS3 controller in like a Ziploc bag. Like I'm waiting for the day that I have the actual patience to finish putting it back together. But yeah, I did have a pre-owned PS3 controller that was sticky, but that was definitely on the previous owner. That was not like like an issue from the factory, which is what it sounds like this might be on the PS5 controllers. I don't know. DualSense controller is the best controller ever made. At me.
Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the other stories this week and let us know how you felt about this story down in the comments below. Thanks again for watching. Talk to you all next time.